For the last 50 years, the Washington Blade has been at the forefront of covering local, national, and international news important to the LGBTQ community. From the origins of DC Pride, to the devastation of the AIDS epidemic, to the arrival of openly gay and lesbian public officials, marriage equality, and everything in between.
I think it's crucial that future generations understand the history of our community. I think it's crucial that they understand the activists, the people that fought for all of their rights. That didn't just happen. It happened because there were courageous reporters for the Blade 50 years ago who covered stories that no one else would cover. It happened because there was the LGBTQ media that was willing to go out there and tell that story.
When the mainstream media ignored us, the Blade was there to provide critical information for those impacted by discrimination.
What was it like to have a partner deployed under Don't Ask, Don't Tell? Scary, because I didn't exist. They reported on the issues from a different level. It wasn't same-sex partners, this is what's going on with your spouses over there. It was, this is what's going on over there. This is what happened to these people. This is what they're fighting there. But what about this fight they still have here at home? So for me, it was like, great. Someone understands how I feel. Someone understands that this isn't right. This isn't fair that you can ask her to go do this, but you can't allow us to be her family. So for me, the Blade gave me comfort on more than one level.
Local news has been a hallmark of the Blade's coverage since 1969, offering a beacon of hope to thousands of LGBTQ Washingtonians who couldn't find information about their community anywhere else. The Blade was often the first voice on many important stories over the years, including the AIDS epidemic and the transgender community's fight for safety and acceptance.
Every one of us, I think, in this city, when the Blade was published on Friday, I think it was then, we went to get it, and the first place we looked was the back to look at all the obituaries. And it was chock full of people that we knew. Not only did we look at the obituaries in the back, but we also looked at the latest medical news in the front to say what were the breakthroughs, what do we call it, how's it going in DC, in New York and San Francisco and the bigger cities that had led us into the epidemic. So it was a key part of the whole community then, and the Blade played a role that was unique. Nobody else did it.
It wasn't just a community newspaper that provided the news, but also brought resources, right? And I think that is called community. And at that point where, we still haven't had, earned all of the rights that we currently enjoy, it kept a lot of people alive. It definitely offered them help, and it offered them hope that one day life will be better.
But the Blade isn't all about all news all the time. Countless couples met through the Blade's personal ads.
You had two sets of personals, and you had sort of the personals where, I'm a person and I want to have a nice long-term relationship with another gay person, and then there was like the I want to shack up stuff, and what people were really reading was the shack up stuff, right? I put an ad in, and my future husband at the time, unbeknownst to me, also put an ad in. I never saw his ad, but he saw mine. And as they say, the rest is history.
For many businesses, large and small, advertising in the Blade is both a civic duty and a savvy business decision. The Blade's advertising opportunities grow local businesses and help scores of Washingtonians find jobs, sell property, and more.
We were in a very interesting position as a business to create advertising specifically for our own community. And I think strategically, it made a lot of sense for the Blade, for us to be on the back cover. And we kind of pushed the envelope with what that imagery was in a way that maybe the Blade wasn't necessarily going to do on their own, and it gave them the ability to have us push the envelope, and the entire publication therefore felt a little more forward moving maybe than it was going to otherwise be. We wouldn't have been able to kind of build the platform on which we've done all these other things had we not achieved what we achieved at Trax, and we could not have done that without the Washington Blade.
To our readers and advertisers, thank you for supporting the Washington Blade for 50 years. We look forward to serving you for the next 50.